of ours, Ryan Lord, down here helping coach the Dodgeville ladies.
I saw that. I thought that was pretty neat, yeah.
Even though Ithaca Weston is wrestling down at the Sauk Prairie tournament today, like you said, your nephew is here, and others from Ithaca Weston, watching them wrestle on the girls' side of the tournament.
Right. Well, we're going to start things up here on the women's side. We hope that you enjoy today's Western Wisconsin video production of the Lee Griffin Wrestling Invitational. It's the 54th year of this Invitational, and you can see in the lower right-hand corner, I'm going to kind of show you, we're going to run through a couple times around here our fine sponsors, as we want to say thanks to them. So, Kirk, when we take a look, you will have to every once in a while make sure you mention the time, how much time is left in the match, because I'm using your camera for the folks that are sponsoring today's broadcast. So, kind of keep that in mind as you go through. Kirk Lair helping me out here once again. I'm Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, and on mat number 1, we are finishing up on the men's side of things. This is Bennett Cotter, I think it's Cotter, of Kickapoo Lafarge taking on Jaden McGraw of Hillsboro. And right now it's a 3-2 score.
I believe that's in favor of the young man from Kickapoo Lafarge, Bennett.
Okay.
No, wait, he should be, no, it's the other way around. It's in favor of McGraw. They're doing it the way they should be doing it, but
yeah.
We'll see. Like you say, we'll have to watch your chance to mention another one of our fine fellow officials here, Mike Linehan from the Warren's Toma area. I always like how these guys figure out if you don't say Toma, that it's, Warren's people go, where's that at? But Mike's been doing it for a long time. Good chance for me to pick on Linda here a little bit. She just loves wrestling.
Yeah.
On the other end here in our girls' match, or women's match, we have right now the young lady from River Valley leading 2-0 as we just get started in the second period. She's been doing a fine job riding Hernandez from Sparta. Trying to work on a half Nelson and get some back points.
5-3 score now, 5-4. And Hillsboro gave up a point there, saying that must have pushed him out of bounds apparently. Or maybe they consider him running out of bounds. I'm not sure.
I think you're right. I think the way Mike had signaled that he was either pushing or fleeing.
Yeah, yeah.
Is Conway from River Valley real close to a fall on the other end. As soon as I say it, she gets a 2:53 fall and wins her first round bout here at Lee Griffin Invite. See, it's always hard for me. It's my first time here, so I'll use that as an excuse. But this has been the Lee Griffin Invite for many, many years.
Yeah, for sure. Still 5-4 here. This time is going to run out in this second period of action on mat number 1. And we'll go to period number 3.
Get our second women's match down here. We have a Steele from Boscoville. That's a name that's very familiar from, actually more so from the North Crawford area, but I know that he's got a daughter in down there at Boscoville Wrestling. And if I remember right from last year at the women's tournament, she's quite athletic. She takes on Dorr from Blair Taylor.
McGraw is going to get out of that down position and pick up the point, so he is out in front 6-4 now. And we got a time here. We have a warning here as the shoestring come untied. I thought they had to have a Velcro over the top.
Yeah, there you go.
Or at least when you come out there, don't you have to have them taped up?
Supposed to have them secured, or I do know now, it's interesting rule, if they do come untied now, you get warned for stalling.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what Mike did. Well, 6-4, a minute 43 to go.
One of those rules like the hair, they're getting a little more lenient on it, but it's like, really? But we all know remember the old days where some guys' shoes just never stayed tied.
And you figure out how in the world that kept happening.
Well,
They must have had.
well, it's kind of interesting when he took the double knot out. Oh, wait, did I say that? Trying to, on my computer here, pull up the women's or the ladies' side of the tournament. Is Door from Belmont Taylor has a 2-1 lead here. Must give up a penalty point there that I didn't see.
Okay. Still, we're down to 45 seconds now on our mat 1. At one point, McGraw tried a little slide by, but just couldn't finish. Cotter trying to control that head, maybe snap down his opponent. They're trailing 6-4. There's a little spin around, a shuck. McGraw now out in front. Oh, Cotter comes up with the reversal. Got that inside roll going. And now he's going to be aggressive trying to get that half Nelson in, but it's going to be too little, too late.
And a fall down at the other end as Door from Blair Taylor gets the fall. So we'll move up to, on the women's female action, we'll move up to 107. Hillsborough won down by a fall down there, right?
Just won 8-6.
8-6.
8-6, yeah.
Yeah, so we're done with the men's side of the action for this round. And now we'll move fully into female action on both mats. So we should have coming up here Lord from Dodgeville. I wonder if that's Ryan's daughter or something. Be interesting.
Yeah.
She's gonna be taking on Miller from Kickapoo Farge on mat number 1. Then on mat number 2, oh wait, maybe I'm reading this wrong. Oh, this is Haiti out here, excuse me. This is Haiti out here, Emma Haiti, I should have realized that. And she's taking on Miller from Lafarge in the first round. Yep. Well, there's the names down there too, that'll help, at least for that weight class.
Yeah.
But
I like it when they do that.
Emma Haiti here is a fine, off a fine bi-state tournament she comes out of, placing up there. I believe it was it 6th or 9th or something
somewhere
like that.
in there, yeah.
A nice tournament.
State qualifier last year.
On the other end, we're up to 114 down there. And that would be Clum from Westby taking on Davenport from Dodgeville.
Clum, a state place winner. Or wait, is this?
That's not right either.
Nope, that's not. That's 114.
It's 114, but it looks like Hill from Partyview taking on Davenport from Dodgeville. There we go. They went across there.
Yeah, Clum's at 100 pounds, if I remember right. She had the bye.
But there's another Clum.
Is it Marissa?
Yeah, it could be. I don't see names. I don't see first names. There's Emma gets a fall there with 30 seconds to go, so a 130 fall there for Emma Haiti at 107. So that finishes off that weight class. So now we're up at 114 on both weight classes, I would think. This should be Miller from Kickapoo Lafarge coming out against Grosskramp from Ithaca Weston. Hill from Partyville is winning in her match 2-0. This is my chance to say my wife was really impressed with the Kickapoo Lafarge uniforms. I think they're kind of neat.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's great to see that. I agree.
She comes out and gets an early takedown and may even get back points there if she can bring her back. Oh, yeah, she got the young lady from Ithaca West in a lot of trouble. That's Miller from Kickapoo Lafarge. There's the fall in 43 seconds.
Well, Ithaca Weston, Groskamp picked up a 5th place medal last night at Mauston, and here they're wrestling back-to-back in the tournament.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few. I know Ritzel Center's got one coming up here in January that's on a weeknight too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Should be interesting. I think now they've even combined it with the maybe the middle schoolers.
Oh.
Our next match out here should be a River Valley wrestler, Reese, taking on Jelenic from North Crawford, Seneca. That's still at 114.
Is that who I have over here on one?
Yes, you do.
Okay, there we go. Reese and Jelenic now.
This young lady from Dodgeville has had a nice comeback down here.
Oh, a quick pin here by North Crawford,
Jelenic.
Seneca. Yeah, she didn't waste a whole lot of time there. 17 seconds coming away with the fall.
Getting close to another fall down here as Davenport came a real nice comeback in this match, and she's going to get the fall here, yes. So Davenport comes back in her match from Dodgeville, and she gets the fall. 25 seconds left, so that would be a 3:25 pin time there. So now we're going to jump up to 120, and that's another round robin. We should see another Kickapoo wrestler come out. That would be Madison Glass. And she should be taking on Aisha Hibbler from Sparta on one mat. And on the other mat, we should have, oh wait, I did that wrong. See, when they go across one weight class and the next weight class, they go down.
Yes.
So Inham from Westby, which would be Ariana Inham, she's going to take on Hibbler from Sparta. That's going to be on Ken's mat down there on mat number 1.
Inman coming in at 3 and 5, and Hibbler with no record. Both are juniors.
We should be having Peters from Kickapoo Lafarge taking on Groom from North Crawford Seneca on mat number 2. Now we're getting kind of back orientated. Marlo Peters against Frankie Groom, mat 2.
Well, now this says 112. They must have typed that in wrong.
They don't have that right. That's Inham against Hibbler.
Right.
Now they fixed it for us, Ken.
Okay.
We aren't totally off all the time. Just maybe occasionally.
Just a once in a while.
Yeah. As Groom gets the early takedown here on mat number 1, 2.
Boy, going right after the pinning combination here is Hibbler, there we go.
Hibbler, yeah, I guess you pronounce it either way. That sounds good.
That L at the end kind of messes right in the middle there.
Yep. Chance to identify another one of our young officials, and this is an up-and-comer here, is Ned Lawtrey from, I believe he was coaching at one of these
Blair
CFC.
Taylor.
Blair Taylor, that's what I thought, yep. Of course, a lot of area people here. Wow, the Hibbler got a fall down there, didn't she?
Yeah, 59-second pin.
There's a fall down here on the other end. That would be Groom from North Crawford. That would be in 101. So now we're really going to fly up because they combine some of these weight classes here in the middle.
44 female women wrestlers here in the tournament, so this one will go rather quickly this round.
Yep. We're going to have Weber from Sparta. She's going to take on Michelios from Brookwood.
Yes.
That's going to be
Mikkel Hose.
Mikkel Hose. Okay, Mikkel Hose. They're on mat 1. Ken's got that one. And down here on mat number 2, I think it looks like it's Kickapoo against Kickapoo.
Yep.
That would be Maddie Townsend and she's going to take on Mara Hubel. And who's winning there? Ken is another guess.
Yeah.
Maddie has a 6-9 wrestler, and Mara has a 1-6. Maddie's the freshman too. But it is interesting with some of these female athletes get talking to. We just heard one down there today. Didn't really have a women's team, but they had like 5 trainers out, or 4 or 5 trainers that were helping the men's team. So they talked them into, well, why don't you just start going and you can wrestle?
Oh,
and as long as they got them a coach, they agreed to it.
I'll be darned.
We're going to say that I believe that Maddie just won that match from Kickapoo Lafarge, but Kickapoo Lafarge advanced anyway with a first period fall.
Catherine McElhose from Brookwood is leading 6-4 right now.
This is my chance because I just saw her walk off the mat too. Is Leah's dad is watching in Florida, and so we're supposed to recognize that Leah now is the coach, and Gary's just the side by.
He's the side by.
So he's just the dad. A good 50-year experienced official came up with that one.
There you go.
Now being known as Leah's dad.
Oh, that's great.
We're up to 152 down here on mat number 2. And that should be it. Oh, I think I recognize that name. Zuby from Viroqua taking on Eckerman, and that's got to be, is that Darlington Blackhawk?
Oh, that could be. Yeah, it is. Jimmy Wolf is over in the corner there.
She's a pretty good wrestler the way it looks like. What grade's Zuby in?
Senior.
Oh, wow. She ran into a buzzsaw here right away. First period pin in 52 seconds.
Wow. That's a
little bit of a surprise, really. But like you
is.
say, there's all kinds of surprises.
Well, you just never know.
As you get more athletes out here.
Yeah.
The next match then will be a young lady, Joels from River Valley, and she'll be taking on Stedman from Kickapoo Lafarge. You got a tight match down there, Ken.
It is. It's 8-6. Sparta with the lead right now.
Hey, you think they are using the red?
No,
huh?
wait. Wait a minute.
If it's the way it should be, the young lady from Brookwood should be winning, but I'm not going to guarantee that.
I don't know that that's the case here. I turned to watch Maddie a little bit there and kind of lost track of what was going on.
Oh, you got that Kirk syndrome.
I got that swivel on my head going on.
Oh, okay. I thought that was collectively finding the good action.
There you go.
We're all used to turning where the screams are or the slap of the mat is.
Yeah. McElhose is trying to come up with a chest crusher here, picking up some points now. We'll find out who's in the lead after this. Unless there's a pin. There's a pin. 0.1 second. McElhose will get the win. How about that? Good for her.
Good job. That finishes out the round robin in that weight class for this round. So then we should be moving up to 152 on both weight classes. Oh, maybe not. Should go up. You should probably be going up to one. That's a combo one there.
Did we do 138?
Huh?
Did you do 138 already?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. Who won there? Townsend? Oh, that's right. That was the two.
That was Kickapoo against Kickapoo.
That's right.
And I'm saying Townsend won.
Uh-huh.
So now you look like you're moving up to 165 on your end. And that should be North Crawford, yep, which would be Logue, Anna Logue against Olive Corbett from River Valley. And finally getting action down here on mine, and that should be Joels from River Valley taking on Stedman from Kickapoo Lafarge on mat number 2. Early lead by the North Crawford lady on your mat.
Yeah, she got a nice fireman's.
There you go. Wait a minute, where's she from?
Right. Going right after the pinning combination here. Anna Lugie is going to pick up the pin in 30 seconds.
Wow. She didn't take much time with that.
Wow, she went right after it. Very aggressive.
So now we should be moving up to, like you said, we're going to move through this round fast. We're already going to be up to 235 on mat number 1.
Well, that's going to bring up Kaylee Manning here, and she's going to take on Asian Molly
Hockey.
Hockey.
Yeah,
okay.
because Hockey, there's a familiar name from up by my in-laws' farm.
Oh, okay. So Kaylee Manning stepping out onto the mat here. I guess I will keep my eyes out here.
Yeah, I think you better watch that one.
I better be a little more diligent
She
here.
had an extraordinary bi-state tournament.
Yeah, it was just a great job. It was fun watching her. See how things go here. Now is Hockey coming in, tying up that head. Manning trying to pop that elbow up and duck underneath. This is the 235-pound weight class, and Kaylee not quite weighing in that much, but a little bit lighter. She's going to get a little duck under and drag Hockey down to the mat for the first points here, getting the takedown. Now she's going to come out the front here, trying to get a power half, trying to keep the pressure, is able to get the turn. Now switching off, catching the elbow, and the pin. 55-second pin time here for Kaylee Manning.
Going back to men's action already, Ken, so we're not
Okay.
going to get a break right here.
Not just yet.
Going back to men's action, and we should be at 126 down here, it looks like, mat number 2. And that should be Jaden Geyer.
Well, from the recording side of things, we're going to start things over here as we move into round number 3. This is a boys 5-man bracket and the 10-man bracket consolation. We said thanks to Bill Twining, he had things kind of rolled out here as far as our rounds here, Kirk. So that kind of gives us an idea. But we hope you're enjoying today's broadcast with this 54th Annual Lee Griffin Wrestling Invitational. We have some wonderful sponsors that you're seeing in that lower right-hand corner of the screen helping us out here today. We can't thank them enough for that wonderful support. We'll mention them along the way as well. I'm Ken Manning along with Kirk Layer as we bring you this wrestling tournament, a Western Wisconsin video production. Some great wrestling going on as in some of these instances we'll be moving into the semifinals, and others, well, we have to work through the backside, the consolation side of things, and we'll have those matches all right here today.
Well, that's what this must be down here then. Yeah. This is a wrestleback match down here. This would be
At 126 here for
yeah,
you, or we both
me.
are at 126.
Yeah, these are wrestlebacks here.
Okay.
This is Sanchez from Iowa Grant wrestling Klum for Viroqua.
And let's take a look here.
So then this would be
I have Lucas.
on Alaska down here. It would be Charles Burrows against Joel Lucas.
Yep.
Yes, there you
Okay.
go. So on Alaska against we got a pin down here already.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened there.
I'm thinking Klum got the pin.
So Alex moving on.
Yep. That would be Westby here. And you get these, forgot all about these consolation semis.
Oh, yeah.
So now we're up to, I believe, I have to see they posted up there. It looks like some heavier athletes down here. .138 we're going to on mat number 2 here. This would be part of a round robin. So this is Thine from Hillsboro taking on Gayton from Iowa Grant Highland in a round robin action at 138. It looks to me like they're going to try to throw some of the round robin matches in with some of the consolation semifinals. Then maybe we'll come back and do the true semifinals. Your guess is as good as mine, Ken.
Yeah. I'm with you.
You say Bill tried to give us a heads up.
We got a warning for stalling here at 126 on mat 1. Again, the consolation side with Charles Burrows and Joel Lucas. That was Burrows who was just warned. Lucas trying to get out from underneath.
And he's saying here that we're going to do these round robins in the 5-man and then 10 matches in the consolation maybe.
Okay. Well, that shouldn't take too long, I would
No,
think.
then we're going to go back to women's competition again.
Lucas is going to get a reversal, and he's got a reverse half in. Trying to come up with some back points. Burrows trying to hip up over, and now Lucas has it cinched in a little bit tougher. And there's the fall. So Lucas moving on. Joe Lucas keeping his hopes alive for a third place finish.
Oh, we got another Westby wrestler and a Boscoville wrestler coming out there.
Check that weight class.
That should be at 138. I think that's Grant from Westby taking on Hogan from Boscoville at 138.
Oh, one of the round robins, yep.
At one of the round robins.
Well, these two are, they're both upper body guys. Look at this.
Might end quickly, huh?
Yeah,
Before
it
they
might.
even get the weight class up there.
I tell you, that was a quick takedown there by Hogan of Boscoville. Both wrestlers, they were definitely up on the shoulder area and who was going to get the toss. They both wanted it.
Still got that half in, looking for to drive it over. 7-0 on, and now it's going to be 7-1. Down here between Thine from Hillsborough and Gayton from Iowa Grant Highland. Thine out in front.
Grant picks up a reversal after trailing now 5-2, and then potentially dangerous. They'll get another start. Hogan on the bottom looking to come out. Well, they should be doing a 1 minute first period here, and I think they are going to catch that now.
Well, they shouldn't in the round robin.
Actually, you're right. They shouldn't. They don't need to.
Well, in the round robin, they shouldn't have to.
But they did it.
Okay.
But you're right. Round robins wouldn't matter. You do it. You would do your 2-2-2, unless maybe they agree. I didn't see on the beginning.
I didn't hear them talk about shortening matches, other than when you get to the consolation rounds.
Right.
See, they're really challenging their table workers now, too, from flipping back and
That's
forth.
right, yeah.
Because if you are in a true consolation match, it is supposed to be 1-2-2.
Yeah.
But if you're in one of these round robins, there's really no reason for them. I mean, it won't hurt anybody or hurt anything as far as.
Yeah.
But you're just taking a minute of wrestling away from these young men who are just trying to get matches in here, too,
Yes.
doing a round robin.
Boy, just running right over the top there on my mat number 1. But Grant, I should say, coming around on this a little bit. Trying to anyways.
Now he's going to more of a roll position.
Yeah.
But he at least got the wrist now. So kind of a headlock, but kind of not. He hasn't really locked up the hands. I think he's just holding the wrist. Hard to tell from where we're at.
Oh, boy. He's very close to the pin.
There it is.
It is. Well, it'll be about a 2:06 pin time as Grant from Westby picks up the win.
Yep. So that's his first win of the day, which gets him on the board. Down the other end here, now that match has gotten tighter too. So that's what you say, Ken. I get caught watching other things. And the young man from Iowa Grant made quite a comeback here now. It's a 7-5 match. In slightly under a minute to go. So Thine, if he's going to keep control here, has got to stay off his back. He's got to get some points back here.
We're going to move to Vinny Klum of Viroqua. And I'm trying to see, he is going to have.
He's going to take on
Jonathan, is it?
Baumeister.
Okay.
Jonathan Baumeister from Boscobel, yep.
So Klum and Baumeister.
That's a true, that was an 8-man bracket, so this truly is a consolation match. And see, they got caught here going with a 2-minute period.
The 2-minute period, yep. That's right.
Whatever. Forget we mentioned that.
Yep. Nice snap and spin here by Klum. He's going in, trying to get an arm bar, but Baumeister fighting that off. Klum with a nice breakdown. Trying to move back up to the top here. Well, they are catching it on the table, though. Their towel guy comes out.
There we go. At least the towel tapper was on it.
He's a good catch, right?
Here's the end of that match. Down here as Thine comes up with an 8-5 win. That's his second win for the day. So now we should come to 144 with the other consolation match. And that should be Muckler coming out on the mat now. And he should be taking on an Onalaska wrestler, Carter Beeler. That's what we're going to have.
Klum doing a nice job here with his position. He now has a pinning combination set up here. And he does get the fall. So Vinny Klum of Viroqua Blackhawks going to move on. And he'll be taking on whoever gets beat in the semifinal. They're going to work their way back through. So he's still got a couple more matches to go here if he wants to finish in the top 3.
Buckler in a lot of trouble already in his match. This young man from Onalaska got a nice toss and is scoring back points here. Looks like we're going to do
150-pound weight class.
That should be, looks like Todd from Onalaska going against Davis from Boscobel. Like one of those round robins.
Yep. Second round for them.
Buckler got off his back. Now needs to try to get some points before the period's over, but.
Here you go, Kirk.
Oh, thank you.
That was nice. Mr. Peterson coming up with that.
Hey, just noticed that too. They have the clocks are synced in with the basketball backboards.
I saw that. That was pretty good.
Yeah. First time I caught that today, though. Eli starting down for the second period. Now a nice chance for a roll there, Granby roll. He just didn't catch it.
Now we're going to get a pin here on Alaska. And Todd picks up the win with a fall.
That's his first win on the day. Oh, that's one of those. This is one of those. This is his first action. This is one of those 5-man round robins.
Yep, it is. Yep.
He must have had a bye the first round. Oh, Muckler's got a chance if he can kick. He's kicked the other way, and he got pinned.
Oh, shoot. And that was a Onalaska. That was
Onalaska
Beeler.
wrestler. Yep. Carter Beeler gets the fall. So now we move on. I got another match here on 150 round robin on mat number 1. That's Rogstad from Blair Taylor. He's taking on McCone from Iowa Grand Highland. And I believe then we're moving up to consolation match down here. And that would be Aiden Friesen from Iowa Grant. And he's going to be taking on Anthony Miller from Aquinas at 157. So 57 is a wrestleback, and 50 is a 5-man round robin.
Oh, takedown here by, let's see here, 150. This was Rogstad. Yep.
Yep, and McCone.
I think that was McCone with the takedown. Rogstad from Blair Taylor, yep. Now a warning stalling here as McCone was riding the ankle just a tad too long.
It's one thing that they noted at some of the earlier tournaments. Some of these schools with really good programs going just have a multitude of different uniforms. They can almost have a different uniform for each round.
Each round, yes,
yeah.
yep.
They've come up with some really entertaining ones too.
I think. Yeah.
The 2 Iowa Grand Highland wrestlers out here right now. Zero score as we go into the second period down here in this consolation semifinal between Iowa Grant and Highland. Friesen, a junior, taking on Miller, a senior.
That was on your side. There was the Aquinas wrestler just locked his hands.
Yep. Talked about both of these programs, Iowa Grant and Highland, two of the powerhouse Division III schools in southwest Wisconsin here. When you get up over like even 138, they are all very powerful, both squads.
Oh, man, yeah.
So you can see these, both of these young men out here from Aquinas and Iowa Grant Highland are both reserve wrestlers, and you know the studs that are ahead of them.
Oh, yes, no kidding.
So just even though they're juniors and seniors, you know there's a quality kid in front of them.
That's what's nice about the tournaments where you can take, varsity tournaments will say, yeah, you can bring your varsity reserve. That's sometimes it's frowned upon, but here
it's gotten to the point, though, too, I think the sport has come to recognize you got to get matches for these young men.
You need mat time, yep. Absolutely.
Like we just talked about, that was a junior and a senior wrestling.
Yeah.
And you know who's in front of them, so this is a chance for them to come here and I'd say, put your dot on the mat.
Yeah, right. Why not? Well, we got a headlock here by Iowa Grant on my mat with McCone.
Another consolation match down here. So we have Elijah Lafier taking on Benny Culver from Kickapoo Lafarge.
McCone picks up the pin. Is that his second one today, Kirk?
Yes, it is.
I kind of wondered that.
So he's 2-0 on the day in that five-man bracket. So he gets at least two more matches.
Yeah.
So there's a case, like you say, come in here and try to make a name for yourself. And now coach says, well, you're going to wrestle 4 times today.
What?
Okay, coach.
Boscobel and Aquinas stepping out here on mat number 1. And this should be a consolation at one. Well, there's, see, it's
65.
65.
Yep, and you got that right. That should be Chance Johnson against Isaac Miller, freshman and a sophomore. 2-0 score down on my mat, and that's on Alaska against Kickapoo Lafarge. Right now, the young man from on Alaska winning, and that's Elijah Lafleur.
So we'll keep an eye out on this mat 1 here. So were you able to do the track wrestling and get the dashboard?
I could never get the dashboard to come up. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Huh.
I got to hopefully between rounds figure that out.
We'll get a chance to peek at that, yeah. Boscobel trying to come up with a takedown here in Johnson. And he's got some back points. And that'll be it.
It is interesting. You mentioned that earlier when we saw him down on the floor. But I do now see him sitting in the corner. Long time, many different schools coaching. And I know he's retired from the Richland Center School District now as far as a teacher. Jeff Noviska down there helping out Lance Wetter.
Oh, yeah.
Just saw him bounce out of his chair and give a little bit of advice there between rounds. 2-0 down on my end yet. Favor of the young man from Onalaska.
Johnson of Boscobel with the legs in on that left side trying to get a turn here, but not going to give that up is Miller of Aquinas.
Benny Culver's trying to figure out some sort of combination to get Lafleur over on his back, but he hasn't figured it out yet. Doing a nice job riding. As soon as they say that, that was a nice try for a trip, but he missed it. Going to give up the escape there. Ryan really Lafleur coming in trying to get more than this. Nice whizzer in by, needs to step over here. If he can step over, he could get a lot of points out of this. But,
boy.
Oh, they just got the takedown.
Still 4-0 to score here on mat 1. Miller of Aquinas doing a nice job of fighting off any kind of pinning combination. Now we're going to get potentially dangerous call, and we'll get a fresh start back to the center of the mat.
You mentioned too earlier when we talked about some of these matchups that are going on, and I know like Riverdale and some of them have already wrestled some of the better teams around. But you're looking forward here in the second half of the season, matches like Iowa Grant going against Fenimore in a conference duel. And then also, what that super regional looks like down there at Mineral Point with Iowa Grant, Mineral Point, Lancaster, and Fenimore all there.
Yeah, that is going to be a cruncher. But the good part is at least the top 4 individuals will come out of there.
Yep. Yeah, and then the next week at the super or at the sectional, now you toss Aquinas back in there. So.
Yeah. Well, and your Richland Center Super Regional is going to be a fun one too.
Oh, there's tremendous amount of talent down in that area, and I see Dodgeville, mentioned them earlier. They got the other Super Regional in that sectional too, so that was kind of nice too.
Yeah.
Be some good teams down there.
I thought
the Richland Center one starts kind of in the Richland Center area and kind of goes more towards the north.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I think even Melmin is there.
They are. They come down GT Melmin. Yep.
I don't know which way they're calling themselves this year, if it's GT Melmin or Melmin GT.
Yeah, I'm not sure
either. It's kind of like Ithaca Weston, but you and I always kind of lean on the Ithaca Weston side instead of the Weston Ithaca side.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is.
I don't know. I have no clue.
Okay. Deer Fall coming on both matches. I hope you're enjoying that.
Oh, yes. They really are going after Miller making a comeback here. As he trailed 4-1, he's going to at least have it tied up. He might even get the pin here. This is getting really tight. There it is. So Miller comes from behind with the victory, and he'll move on.
Should be Westby Iowa Grant down on your mat coming up at 165. That should be Cast against Whitaker from Iowa Grant. Well, that was the last of that match down there. Okay. Young man from Onalaska won that over Clark 6-2.
All right, so it looks like Cast is going to be here. He's waiting for his opponent. And here comes Iowa Grant and Whitaker.
So down here then should be jumping up to 175. That should be Degenhardt against Heinz from Onalaska down here. Yep, that's exactly what we have.
Whitaker comes up with the opening takedown. Throws the legs in and is going to come up with some back points now. He's got that pinning combination locked in, and there's the pin. So Whitaker moving on.
They don't show them wrestling, those losers of this consolation semifinal. So I'm thinking they're maybe out of the tournament.
It's you lose 2 and you're done.
Yeah, I think
for
so.
In the regular brackets.
In those kind of 8-man brackets.
Yeah, I bet you're right. Because they don't have a 5th place match in there.
I don't see that. No.
Yeah.
They don't even have a 5th place match, but they do have a true 3rd.
Yeah. Right.
So like you say, I don't know. They're definitely not wrestling the 7th and 8th place match.
Nope.
So unless they surprise us with that.
That could happen.
Yes, it could. It looks to me like no. That must be it.
I think we're going to go.
Sario's going out there. He's going out against Shemmick. That's at 190 on your mat.
Yep.
Serio, that used to be a name in Wrestling Center. I think they might have transferred up
Oh, I
there.
think that's right. Yes, yes.
Down on my mat, we have, like I said, we have Io Grant against Aquinas. That's basketball at 175. That can't be right.
Well, Shemmick is going to come up with the opening takedown here on mat 1.
This must be about at 215.
Trying to get the crossface in here is Shemmick, Shemmick. Orcio is able to fight that off.
Well, this is the other 190-pound match down here. This is Cody Casada from Boscobel taking on Mickey Grillo from Aquinas. Aquinas wrestler Grillo has an early lead, 2-0. So I believe we skipped one at 175, but they'll have to come back and get it. Should have that Degenhardt Heinz match at 175. Saw Degenhardt down here, but maybe they couldn't find his opponent.
That happens once in a while.
It does. Oh yeah, because that was the one where there was 2 Alaska kids there.
Well, unless maybe somebody would default out, maybe.
Can't beat my teammate, I'm not going to wrestle anymore.
You never know. Here's a snap and a takedown, snap and spin here by Iowa Grand Highland. Trying to come up with that reversal is Orcio. Osorio, excuse me.
There you go.
But Osorio's not going to get it. Shemmick staying on top here in control, 4-0 his lead.
Oh, I was wondering what he had going there. He had blood time.
Oh. Here's a little inside roll by Osorio.
Oh, he had that and he let it go.
He just couldn't quite finish it.
Almost finishing that Granby position, and he should have hung on to that arm.
Yeah, it's interesting because sometimes kids, they kind of forget that Granby roll situation.
But some young athletes don't feel comfortable laying with their back on top of somebody.
Yeah.
Although it is the one who feels more uncomfortable is the young man or the young athlete who's underneath. And you feel like a turtle on your back and you can't get
you
off.
Just can't do anything.
Because they got your arm with one of their arms and your leg with the other one. And it's like, man, I can't roll through this or anything. And when the Athens wrestlers put that, between that and a few wrestlers down south put that back on the map, it was a lot of young men figuring out, where did this come from?
Yeah. Osorio is going to get an escape here.
After all the blood time, we have a 7-0 lead. But now the young man from Boscobel gets on the case here. Casada with his first point at 7-1. He's going for a headlock. But Grello doesn't have any desire for that. 7-1 and 8-1, Ken.
Yeah.
Typical scoring.
Thanks going out to those sponsors. We want to mention the end of January I'll be in Cashton. Remember Cashton's tournament coming up. I still don't think Cashton is here now that I think about it. Are they? I have not seen a Cashton wrestler, so it maybe didn't show up today. Maybe something else came up.
I get a chance here to apologize. I saw some friends at the Phoenix Center last night, and I thought Riverdale was going to be here together.
Well, they originally were on the list, but they're actually going to that to the Fred Lurkey invite at DC Everest.
Oh, okay.
So,
I was kind of looking forward to seeing Riverdale here today. I thought they would be kind of the class of the tournament, but they're going to get some stiff competition in up there at DC Everest. DC Everest has got a nice team this year.
yeah.
Well, anytime you get up in that Wisconsin Valley Conference, you definitely are running into some of the best D1 schools in the state.
They are something.
There I see Miss Luca Gross warming up down there, so beware, G. She could be on the mat here soon.
Better keep that internet going.
Yep. Leah's dad better be working out. Degenhardt came up with a fall there, didn't he?
I believe he. Let's see. That was Shemik over here.
Oh, that's right. That was Shemik.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't found Degenhardt yet, have we?
No, not yet.
I don't know if we're going to find Degenhardt because I don't see him coming out now either. Looks like we're going up to 215 over there.
Yeah, Rodriguez is coming out onto the mat.
Oh, wow, a big change of events down here. Boom. Young man from basketball really put it together, and that would have been Cody Kazda. Comes back with a nice move and a Oklahoma ride there and pinned the young man.
Yeah.
With 1:03 left, so it would be 3:57 pin for him.
This is going to be Dalton Nowak of Hillsborough taking on Barulo Rodriguez out of Brookwood.
There you go. Now you have to pronounce it.
There you go. Rodriguez picks up the takedown. He's going with the head lever, coffee grinder.
Is that what they call home field advantage now?
That might be.
We'll have to get him up for an interview later so he does get some air time. Oh, we got two Brookwood kids in this weight class.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even notice that first round. They're both on the mat at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I would imagine Rodriguez would be the scoring wrestler here.
I would think so based on his record, and he actually was the fifth seed, but
yeah.
I'm not totally sure how that worked out either, but it didn't make him really a whole lot of difference.
2-1 score as Nowak was able to get the escape.
2-0 on my mat. It's Dawson Reed winning here against Christian McCullough. Always get nervous when I see these young athletes that are still, getting their feet under them in this sport when they lift somebody else up off the mat.
Oh, right. I was really glad to see Christian come out. He is, as you can see, a strong, big young man, and he's young. So
yeah, he's only a freshman.
Yeah, he's gonna.
And a 215-pounder. I mean, he's what I would call a well-built 250.
Yes.
For a freshman. Still got some of that maybe that can be a little more muscular, but he's put together, and so is the other young man, Brilio here. Imagine they got a few pretty good scraps in the practice room.
I walk by there every once in a while and look in. Now we're going to get a bloody nose here now.
It's kind of like that one sporting goods shop that you always got to see what new they got going on.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Uh-oh. Reed came up with a nice cradle there, and he's going to end the tournament, I think, here for Christian McCullough. Is Dawson Reed gets the fall and moves on to the chance for third place, I guess you would say. And now, Gary, get ready to go, because I see Miss Luca Gross down there on the mat 2, and she's ready to fly.
Uh-oh.
And she's going to be wrestling Hernandez from Sparta here as we jump right into the women's action again. I thought we still had I guess we don't have any wrestlebacks at 285. So I'm going to be focusing down here,
There
Ken.
you go. No messing around now.
No. Luca got to buy the first round, so this is her first action of the day. Doing a nice job forcing in here. Two arm tied, really not tying up the head yet. She's working mainly the arms. Nice try for a snap down there, and the snap down's going to work as she spins around behind. Looking right away for, believe this or not, she's going to have a Cuba City in, Gary. Can she run it? Looking if she can't run it, if she can tilt it. So far, still doing a nice job of controlling it. Now digging out the other wrist. A lot of good head pressure, a little hip pressure. Now she's going to do an arm bar and a wrist and see if she can run that. Good job by Hernandez blocking off, but this is where you got to take that big step. Oh, and just slipped out there. She was ready to take that step.
Rodriguez.
Now going to switch to it. Go ahead.
Rodriguez with a nice little slide by, picking a duck under actually, and picked up the takedown, 4-1 lead.
See, one thing that's kind of unique about women's wrestling in the States there is you're starting to see some of the really old moves come back into, being taught again.
Yeah.
Luca almost went for a three-quarter Nelson there. You don't see that a lot anymore on the men's side. Now she's coming around with just a basic half and an arm bar, and this match could be over real quick, and it is. So, 128, Luca gets the fall.
Perullo is going to pick up some back points here and now leads 6-1.
So it looks like she'll get at least one more match. It looks like, oh no, they're doing two pools. They're doing two pools and then they're going to put them together.
Oh, okay.
They're going to put the 2-0s together and the 1-1s together and the 0-2 together. So it's a unique bracket they put together there.
Uh-huh.
So now in the other pool, we're going to have Klum from Westby come out against Steele from Boscobel.
Perullo now with a cradle and the pin. And that'll take care of the guys' side.
Hey, so you got your Brookwood wrestler going then.
Yeah.
Guess no interview yet.
Not yet. Gonna keep him busy.
Now we're going to go full-fledged into the women's action. Already down there, Chloe has Steele in a lot of trouble. And there's a fall quickly down there, so a 32-second pin for the Westby wrestler.